And the bad news is Brett May has returned. It's the return of the May. The return of the May. Yes. So he came back, and he came back with one video saying he was in Northumberland for some reason, talking about he was outside of Morrison's and stuff. So brilliant. Having a bit of pub lunch, and then he came back with another video. And then he came back with a third video. And after, on the second video, I thought, fucking hell, we wanted you. Like, I know I said I wanted you back, but 2 in 1 day, talking nonsense a bit much. And then by the third one, I was like, fucking hell, mate. Fuck it off again. Enough's enough now. No, in the second video, he is back with a vintage Brett May call out. He is calling out Nikia and Mike Joe Marshall. Now, I can't work out whether his name's Joe Marshall or Mike Marshall. Maybe his name used to be Joe Marshall and he's changed it to Mike Marshall, or vice versa. Maybe Joe's his middle name. I don't know. Who are Nikia and Mike Marshall? Because we all know who Brett May is. So, Nikia Marshall is an influencer of some kind, I think. She's been interviewed on a few magazine platforms, and she's got her own YouTube channel. I think she probably does all right off TikTok and everything, Instagram sort of model girl and stuff like that. They're a travelling family. She made a call out video to Brett May, because apparently Brett May was messaging her, telling her that she was banned from Doncaster or some crap like that. From what I've gathered of watching her, she's not one to shy away from speaking her mind. She reminds me a bit of my wife in that respect. Mike Joe Marshall is a big, strong, active, fighting man. Brett May's calling him out, saying that he's no match for him because he's got splattered on Bad to the Bone. And he did get beaten on Bad to the Bone. He did, but the Kofi, the heavyweight that he lost to, is one, very, very good. Two, I think he knocked him down 4 times or 5 times. And that Mike Marshall kept getting up, kept fighting back. I've seen him have a boxing match. I think he knocked the guy out in the first round. He did really well on the spot and hay bales. There's some footage of him out there fighting in the hay bales. It looks to me, and a fight on a campsite as well. Brett May said he'd give best, but I don't actually think he gave best. I think they called it a draw in the end. The other guy was landing the better shots. The other guy looked like a better boxer, but that Mike Marshall was still coming forward, throwing shots. He looks very, very tough, and he's very, very big. He's actually lost a lot of weight. He was quite overweight in some of the fights. He's wearing a t-shirt when he was fighting, but now he looks in tremendous shape in some of the recent pictures that you've seen. He's been on a big weight loss journey, obviously a lot of training and stuff, but he looks to suit the hay bales a lot better. Some people suit the hay bales, some people suit fighting in the ring. Some people have got a bit of boxing and they have at scrapping. Some people are better at overpowering people in short spaces and roughing people up and all that. And it looks to me like he suits better fighting in the hay bales than he does fighting in the ring. And Brett May doesn't really suit him. No, if you had to pick one for Brett May, I'd say probably the hay bales suit him more. But there was some talk of 50 grand. I don't know whether they wanted to put up 50 grand each and have a fight, but I'm pretty sure Brett May's not going to do that because he didn't even have the right kicking money to fight Danny, did he? Double, triple kicking money, whatever he was going on about. This looks like a fight. If they fight in the hay battles, this could be a very, very good fight. An actual even fight. Because like I say, Brett's probably a lot better suited to being in the hay battles than he is to being in the ring. If they was to fight in the ring, I reckon Mike Marshall would win. He looks like he can actually box. He can actually throw straight shots. He doesn't just telegraph everything, and he's got a jab and stuff rather than Brett May just throws wild hooks when he does actually fight. One thing that Mike Marshall has on Brett May is he has never once lied and said he can't see to get out of a professional fight. If Brett's been on the BKFC, there's no reason why Mike Marshall couldn't have been on the BKFC, to be honest with you. If I have to judge on an actual fighting of what I've seen, you got to say Mike's the better fighter. Although I think it's one that Brett could win if he just rushed at him throwing wild hooks. And they are both heavyweights, pretty similar ability. But yeah, I just can't see Brett boxing at any sort of level. Do you know what I mean? I just really, really can't. And that's not. This isn't even me trying to be horrible about Brett. This is just me telling what I've seen, what I have seen. There is no wild windmills and stupid shit hooks when you watch Mike Marshall fighting. It's just actual fighting. There is no hugging and saying he can't see. He steps off and throws punches and wants to fight. Even when he's been knocked down, he gets back up and he wants to fight. And Brett doesn't show us that stuff, does he? So Mike is a lot quieter online than Brett is, and it's always funny to see Brett back because he's always up to something and he does make me laugh and he's good to make content about. But this is a fight that we may well actually see happen because I think Brett might actually fancy his chances in this one for once. It's not like one he's going to lie about and all that sort of thing. Nowhere's going to pay him 50 grand for it though, nowhere in the world, but they might be able to. I'm sure Stefan would put money up for this. I'm sure he would. Maybe not that much, but it'd be a big fight, especially in the travelling community. I'm pretty sure that Mike Marshall will be able to sell a lot of tickets. Brett May's got a lot of eyes, pay-per-view, stuff like that. I think this could do really, really well. So if not, I'm sure Spartan hay bales would have them. It'd be better to see it in the hay bales. It would be a better scrap in the hay bales, I think, than in the ring. They're not just going to have it in the gym, are they? Because I can't see that Mike Marshall fighting for, although he has done in the traveller site. But that Nikia come out and said that they weren't fighting for free over a stupid message that Brett May sent, and that makes sense. It's fair play. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, boys. It'd be an interesting one to see. Go and check out some of that Mike Marshall's fights. Yeah, he can definitely move. He's a tough big boy. He's not someone I would want to meet down a dark alley, but yeah, go and check him out, see his stuff. It's quite a good watch. A few of his fights are very, very entertaining. Thanks, boys. Tell me what you think. Let me know down below. Adios, le bosh.